Saturday, June the 24th, 2017, and I'm doing another local walk, free walk 91, which is a Baldock Circular of about 12 miles. I haven't caught the train today, having driven 4 miles here, so that's a relatively local one for me. It's a bit cooler than it has been in the week. Temperature today's about 21. Cloudy, possibility of some spots of rain, but otherwise very good walking weather. There's a bit of breeze, so there may be some wind interference on this commentary once I'm out in the open fields, of which there'll be plenty, I read. And I also don't have any walk notes today. My printer's packed up, so I'm having to use a smartphone. So there's a possibility that that might lose power as well. Anyway, it's about 1 o'clock, should be done by 7. Okay, here we go. Public Bridleway 34, taking a left off of Bygrave Road. So the notes indicate that sometimes this path isn't marked out. Today it is, clearly. And the corn, in this case barley, just like last week, is almost ready. I mean, it is the end of June, so another fortnight perhaps. Looking back towards Baldock, Western Hills. The old church over there. So far so good. The text refers to the last pylon, and there it is. It's the footpath marker referred to in the text, and our onward journey. Something biblical about this path, like the sea opening up as I walk through it. Now there's a very rare bird. I've got no idea what that is. Isn't that wonderful? That has me stumped. Clearly some kind of warbler, I would guess. I should check that out later. That is one rarity indeed. What's this thing in its warning note? Wonderful. And here in industrialised agriculture of Hertfordshire. Beautiful. If I was following, doesn't actually come out at this point, but it's about 50 yards from where I came out, and we're now on the Icknield Way going ahead. No pylons here now though, per the text, just a hedge and a ditch. Views back towards Letchworth. And then Baldock, Western Hills, through which is currently passing the country's most expensive tunnel, I believe. Well, it certainly was when it was built a few years ago. Point here on my right, hidden in the bushes. I'm not convinced I'm on the right path at the moment. Not sure where I went wrong either so early in the walk, but let's see. Absolutely outrageous. I'm back on track now, point 5 of the text. The mistake I made was going uphill towards the Icknield Way rather than right at the hedge where the footpath marker is. So be careful there. That's what comes from not having the paper version of the route instructions in my hand. But this is ridiculous. Find a patch of open ground and look at it. People take advantage, and this is what you get. Absolutely, it's all builders stuff. So this is the route I should have walked, looking back at it. There's the gap in the hedge, and on the left as you're walking you'll see a row of pylons, minor ones, not the big ones, that verge off to the left per the instructions in the text. Anyway, lost about 15 minutes I suppose. Entering the village of Bygrave, a relic of times gone by now, that one not being used for any other purpose. So the old and the new, the old being this farm machinery next to number 1 Ashwell Road, where the footpath marker is, onto Manor Farm. And there's the new, the Western Tunnel. As I say, it was the most expensive bit of road tunnel in the country at one point. Possibly been superseded by now, but during austerity years I doubt it. Still, it's good they went under the hills rather than put an embankment or by cutting through it. Luckily the playing fields start at this point because there's a big leak in the agricultural piping there, and in these drought type conditions we're currently having, that is not good. That pipe work needs fixing. There is the pipe work. There's another leak further on as well. Here's the bench and path mentioned in the text. Splendid views over the countryside here. There on the right, next to the A505, you've got the biofuel plant centre, relatively recent addition, burning up Hertfordshire's waste. Some cracking views. That was my regular run down to Cromer. Entering some cooling woodland next to the piggery on my right. Perfect for the bees, as you can see. They're making full use of this downed tree. Wonderful bit of variety, this cooling woodland. There's a blackcap singing in here somewhere. There you go. At least I think it's a blackcap. Get out of the wood is clear. That barley's looking pretty good, isn't it? And yet the wheat on my right, not so. Still not sure if I'm on the right track. I'm waiting to encounter a 3-plank footbridge. That'll confirm if I am or not. Interesting, you've got a nice 50-metre verge here next to the cornfield, but very little wildlife. I mean, you get the odd butterfly, bee, but not the abundance that you would get if this was organic. Clearly you get big fields here, chemically manicured, and that's probably bouncing off onto the verges, and not much wildlife about. Well, I must have missed a 3-plank footbridge, but I am on the right track. This is a former Bygrave Road apparently, and also constitutes the rider's route of the Icknield Way. all well thought out, the Icknield Way, which is 10 metres from where I currently live, back down in North Herts. There you go, as mentioned in the text. So we're now coming off the B road, which is okay, quiet, one or two cars, and rejoining the Icknield Way Riders route and this public byway to Partridge Hill. So far the weather's been pretty decent. No showers, touch wood, as yet. Perfect temperature as well at the moment, not massively hot. Following the chalky trail up to Partridge Hill, and the vegetation, or the crop, has changed now. Looks like lettuce being grown here, baby lettuce. Skylarks up in the sky. Pretty decent walk. Pretty decent view from this point, Partridge Hill. There's Sandy Tower again, that we saw last week. Then coming round to the left, there's the old wind farm at Biggleswade that we also saw last week. So that gives you some kind of perspective on where we're at. Obviously they're getting a pretty good workout today, as you may be able to hear from the interference. I'm not sure, haven't played back any clips yet. I suppose I should have done, really, to test it. And behind me, a bit grayer now. It's coming up 3 o'clock. I need to have my lunch shortly. Just trying to find the right place. Over there on the left you have the Arbury Banks Iron Age and Roman settlement. Google that if you wish to learn more. I have walked around here previously, being on my local manor, so to speak. So I'm getting into familiar territory now. On my left here you've got a field of what looks like linseed. Seen it on the South Downs, and seeing as it's similar terrain here, no reason why it shouldn't take up here either. I do eat a lot of linseed myself, in the form of flax. So there you go, for those that want to have a look at that. 80 metres to the left. Our onward journey's down this lane now, I believe. Let me just check. There's the overgrown house as referred to in the text. It certainly is, isn't it? We do a right here. There is some kind of entrance to it there, look. For those that dare venture in. My God, wonder what is inside there. Seems to be a trend round here. Number of dilapidated properties. Madness really, because property around it is top dollar. All those homeless people as well. Wonder why these are not getting picked up for redevelopment.